Hello, everybody. My name is Landon Richie. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm a sophomore at the University of Houston, majoring in political science. I'm also transgender, and I'm here with three other people who identify as trans or gender non-conforming, and we're here to discuss sort of the real world implications of bills like HB 25, which you just heard about, and just in general, the existence as trans people, young trans people in school in the United States right now.
I'm Lilly or Ethan. I go by any pronouns. I live in Pennsylvania. I am a freshman at Arcadia University.
I'm Emit. I am a sophomore in high school in Gypsum, Colorado. Right now I'm using they, them pronouns, but that will change at some point because I am gender fluid.
Hi, my name's Megan. I'm a senior in high school in Florida. I go by they, them, and she, her pronouns.
What do you wish people knew about what it was like to be a young trans person, not only in high school, but in your everyday lives?
A lot of my teachers and a lot of people just kind of ignore the fact that I'm trans, and they just see me as a girl when I'm not a girl because I am non-binary. I'm a gender. There's a reason I go by both they, them, and she, her pronouns. It's because of that's how I feel.
More times than not, going to the bathroom, in the middle of class, I take a little longer because I take a second to decide, like, oh, where do I go? I am a student. I'm not a trans student. I go to school. I have tests and essays and deadlines to meet. And on top of that, I have to worry about what bathroom I have to go into. I have to worry about what I want to be called. That's very unnecessary stress that could be solved with education.
Why is it important for youth at all ages to learn about the existence of LGBTQ plus people and just in general the history of LGBTQ plus people?
It's important for people who aren't trans to know that trans kids are they're just normal kids like everyone else.
I grew up thinking there was just boy or girl. I was taught that. And I had to unlearn that myself. Having the education and the vocabulary to express how I feel has changed my life entirely.
You don't need tradition all the time. It's what's holding a lot of us back is people's idea of what is traditional. And, you know, people like me are definitely not traditional in people's eyes. If people were to have been taught this at a younger age, maybe kids would know who they are at a younger age and it'd still be hard, but it wouldn't be as hard.
This past legislative session, Texas proposed anti-LGBTQ plus bills, but Texas is not the only state where this is happening. This year has been an unprecedented year for attacks on trans youth and trans people in general.
Florida was the 8th state to pass the anti-trans sports bill after Texas. And even though I'm not on sports teams, I'm not really a sports person, it's still really scary to see them like invalidating your existence and saying, no, you're wrong. You can't be on the sports team. And it's scary because if they can pass this bill, what else can they pass?
What some people may not understand is that when you make laws like this, people don't feel safe in their states, in their counties, in their homes, in their hometowns, in places they grew up. I live in Philadelphia. It's scary to me knowing that in the United States, this bill can be passed in general. That doesn't necessarily make me safe because I live in a more tolerant city. This is an every trans student issue. This affects everyone. If it can be passed there, it can be passed here, it can be passed anywhere.
If you could wave a magic wand, what changes would you hope to see made in the world for trans people?
I mean, I would just hope that there would be laws to support and help uplift trans people and not treat them as different and make them the same as everyone else and equal.
I want it to be easier to get the courage to actually say, hey, I am transgender or I am non-binary. If one person doesn't accept them, I want people to realize that another person will.
Well, this has been such an incredible conversation, and I want to thank you all so much for your time, your energy, and your thoughts today.